local track and getting ready to see if we can get deeper into the 13s. All right guys, I've already set tire pressure, so we're just heading up. So we have heat in the motor, 180 degrees. I forgot what I'm launching at. It's like 5,800 RPM, we'll see. And remember, on these 5-speed Volkswagen boxes, we always do burnouts in 3rd gear, because if you blow 3rd gear up in the burnout box, that's always replaceable. 1st and 2nd gear are not replaceable. You'd have to replace the whole shaft. So we're getting ready. I'll turn you guys back on when we're rolling up to the burnout. Hopefully you guys are getting a good view. Axle. Yeah, so we broke an axle. I gotta get towed back. It was my fault for not preloading. You can see that's spinning. Axle not. So let's get to replacing it. Wheel off, 13, a couple of bolts. Jack it up higher in the air, but we'll get it back so we can get back to racing.
What'd you think about Dad's first pass?
So I had to go home because I forgot the tool, but pull it out. There it is.
You're done.
The inner's still attached. I'm gonna cut these, and I'm gonna just whack it off and put a new outer on. We got the new one on. Jamie forgot to record it, but I just hammered the old one off, put the new one on, and make sure you grease it up like this, and now we can put it back together. Everything's back together. New axles in. So let's throw this together, and then I'm gonna try to put like a hose clamp on the throttle cable just to hold it open, because this thing keeps stalling in burnouts, and that's the reason why I broke the axle, is because I should have preloaded it, but I couldn't because the car kept wanting to stall. So in my brain I said, don't go because you're gonna snap an axle, but I said, how will I know if I don't? So it wasn't preloaded, and I snapped an axle, so won't do that again. My throttle cable, all the threads off of the clips stripped, so I had to put a hose clamp on it. So now it's idling on its own. Hopefully it'll hold on the burnout. And we'll go up now, try to get deeper in the 13s. Here we go, we're back up again. 2 in a row. Not my day. We're getting pushed back to the pits again. See if we can make it. You can just hear the axle. This sucks. Brand new axle snaps. It's all twisted up. Not even connected anymore. It snapped real good. I guess I should have thought of that when I got, you know, an aftermarket one. Oh well. I think after this I'll probably wind up upgrading axles since I'll need them for the other car. But today's just not my day. I'll try to put this back together. I'll try for one more time. And I don't know. We'll see. So I think we're just gonna end it today because I had another OEM axle. I put an OEM axle on it, but I don't have any C-clamp boots or C-clamps for the boots. This aftermarket one snaps so bad. You can see how the material is. It messed up the inside of the hub, so we just took us 10 minutes just to beat the new axle in. So give you a side-by-side view. You can see this is the aftermarket one, this is the OEM one. You can see this is nice, like tool steel almost. This is just cast junk. So if I was to put another aftermarket one on, it would have just snapped instantly. And I think the track prep is just too good here, and nothing I'm used to yet. So we're just gonna call it. I'm gonna get this back together and try to look for axle options. So yeah guys, unfortunately it was a pretty bad day. 2 broken axles, and then that second broken axle messed the hub up so bad that it was really hard getting the OEM axle back in. I had to get it in, obviously, to drive it home, and all the clamps that we had, they were just garbage. I could not get them to work. Oh well. So I didn't want to go out there, risk yet again breaking another axle or flinging grease. Well, at least we did it here and not at the VW Nationals. That's what we're aiming to get to. Unfortunately, we don't know how fast we're going to be. We don't know if any of the improvements we did worked out. I think actually that solid front mount, that probably actually helped break the axles, because now we don't have that slop anymore. I feel like if we would have had the BFI mounts in there and the engine was still flexing that much, maybe we would have been all right. So yeah, I don't know guys, because racing axles are a lot of money. So it's not something I'm gonna look forward to buying right now. I'm probably just gonna keep finding OEM Mark III 4-lug axles, because 4-lugs and VRs are different. So keep trying that. Have a bunch of spares. I'll try to have 2 of each for the VW Nationals and just hope that it works out. Not much more I can say to that. The other big thing was that throttle body. I cannot keep the throttle cable where I need to keep it to have the high idle. So we need the TPS about 6 to 7% on micro squirt to have this idle. Otherwise it's not enough. And I've tried so much with that idle air control motor, it's just not working. So I'm gonna have to, I have another spare throttle body. I'm going to try to drill tap it and put a nut and bolt in it to set a manual throttle stop. I think that's the only solution right now. And I'm also gonna have to put another throttle cable in this because this one's just shredded. So gotta do that. Gotta get a new clip because it blew the clip out too. All in all, it was just a crappy day. So the biggest problem with doing the micro squirt, so like I was saying about the throttle stop, okay? So these throttle bodies have a very partial electronic motor in them. And what it does is, you see how this is like, there's free right there, and then it hits this metal tang. This metal tang is the actual throttle blade. And all, like, there's travel, like this much travel is all electronic motor. It only goes like that much, and that's it. So micro squirt cannot control it. I've tried so many different ways, I just can't get it to work. What I've come up with, and I'm sure other people have done it, but I just haven't found anything, is right here on this back flat spot. I drilled and I tapped it for a M4 bolt by 7 thread pitch. So it'll just go in just like this. You'll start to see the throttle plate open. Now this will be my new stop. Also, you have to put a jam nut on the back of this. You put it down here and tighten it. Much easier to do it right now because in the car this is going to be extremely hard to tighten. I'll plug in micro squirt and have this plugged in, and I'll see what this reading is. It seems to me that at about 6 to like 9% TPS on these idles you at about 1,000 RPM. You guys got to remember that it's not an OEM computer anymore. The micro squirt is a really bare bones basic way, and it works really well, but you have to do some things to help it out, and the best thing to help it out is to give yourself an idle at about 1,000 RPM. You're gonna lose a little more gas, but I think if you're on micro squirt, that little bit of losing gas isn't gonna be the end of the world. You can always go back to a stock computer if you want a little better fuel mileage, but that's not the point of this. The point is to have aftermarket capabilities. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more stuff. Go check out some old videos if you can. But hopefully I'll see you guys at some more races this year.